Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with MONIE.
Hey cousins, welcome back to the crib. Audio MONIE here. Hope everybody is having a great Thursday. We are one day closer to Friday, so hold on if you're holding on, right? Please do me a favor and smash that like button on your way in as you get comfortable. And if you are here for the very first time, consider hitting that subscribe button to become a part of the family. We are on this journey to 30K cousins as a whole, and I would love for you to be a part of the family. Over here, we get into the mess, we get into the music, the entertainment, and the meaning behind it all. So let's get into it, because I think we need to have a conversation. And it's a fine time to remind and bring the culture back down to earth for a second, so that we are all on the same page and we are all one band, one sound again, okay? Because currently, UMG has a lot of people rooting for them who wouldn't necessarily root for them if the circumstances were different. Right now, we all share the same common end goal, and that's to get that lawsuit up out of here. But let's be clear and set a reminder that UMG and Lucian Grainge are not innocent, and they are not our people. And when I say our people, I mean the culture. Because yes, UMG, defend yourself all day and night. But what I need you to know is that I know your hands aren't clean. I'm not referring to bots and payola or anything like that. I am referring to the creation of a monster. UMG and Lucian Grainge are the ones who created the monster, the entity that is Drake, who is basically okay with burning hip hop to the ground in order to get his way. They provided him resources, privileges, and protection. And now that same monster is turning on them. So first of all, let's start this off with Lucian Grainge, right? He submitted a declaration for the courts in opposition to Drake's motion. The motion, Drake was asking for contracts. He was asking for Lucian's emails and his texts and a whole bunch of bullshit, right? And Lucian submitted a declaration to the courts in opposition of that. And while that move seems like it's about protecting creativity or defending artists, be clear, it was about protecting himself and protecting UMG. Because if they lose their ground here, they risk penalties, a wave of artists demanding new contracts, and rival labels circling to poach their talent. That is what they call self-preservation. Reasonable, I get it, but make no mistake, if saving themselves means throwing Kendrick Lamar under the bus, they will not hesitate to do that. And I need the cousins and anybody else that's listening to understand that. So let's think about this. When the lawsuit began, UMG's advice to Drake was, sue Kendrick. Why are you bothering me with this? This is between you and Kendrick. Sue him. And again, I get it. But that is them signaling that Kendrick could be expendable if push came to shove. But Drake didn't sue Kendrick because he knows Kendrick went into this battle with his ducks in a row. Ducks that Drake now wants to mirror. And stay tuned for my next upload that's going to be coming later today, because I'm going to go more in depth on that situation. But the topic at hand, Kendrick knew what was factual, what was off limits, and what could be defended. Drake knows he can't beat him in court, so his fire is aimed at UMG instead. So the irony in all of this and what UMG is guilty of, in my opinion, is UMG and Lucian are the ones who built this beast in the first place. Drake himself has bragged about the $400 million contract with UMG. He's rapped about never needing to go independent because of his label ties. He even compared himself and Lucian Grainge to Kobe and Shaq. Be so fucking for real. Like they some type of dynasty. And Lucian, he's on record saying Drake has an unlimited budget. Unlimited. That's not just support. That's an empire being built around one man. And when you play favorites like that, there are consequences, serious ones. Look at the track record. Pusha T's music was allegedly suppressed. Meek Mill and Rick Ross allegedly were slowed down. Meanwhile, Drake got the red carpet treatment. UMG silenced opposition when it benefited their golden boy. And now their favoritism is backfiring because Drake is asking, why didn't you protect me from Kendrick Lamar the way you did with the others? That is the fallout when labels build around one chosen artist. You create a system where censorship creeps in, artists get silenced, not because of the quality, but because of the politics. Other artists on the roster gets devalued. They'll never have the same budget rollout or protection. And I'm not saying that they should, because of course, other artists are bigger than some artists. I get it. But fans also begin to lose interest because once people see that strings are being pulled, credibility is basically gone. And the art itself suffers. Music becomes corporate chess moves instead of cultural expression or have real meaning to it. So now with all of that, Drake is now suing the very system he bragged about being king of. He flexed his contract numbers, the Lucian connections, the unlimited budget, but the favoritism that made him untouchable is now the thing exposing him. UMG and Lucian created this monster, this ecosystem of privilege and suppression, and now they're scrambling to figure out how to control it. So cousins, again, don't let UMG hide behind the hate and the dislike that Drake is catching. This isn't just Drake being messy. This is about the label that built him. UMG and Lucian are the architects of this environment. They made Drake into what he is, and now they're terrified of what happens when their own monster bites back. Hip hop is in danger. And if this lawsuit proves anything, it's this. When you build your empire on favoritism, when you create a system that manipulates the culture, eventually the house of cards falls. So UMG, we may root for you, but we don't really like you. And I need you to understand that. So cousins, let me know your thoughts on today's topics. How are we feeling? And before heading out, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out the description for the link to join my Discord. The Discord is where it's at when we are not on the channel and I am not posting on the community tab. So if you want to find me, you'll find me there. And if you would like to support the channel directly, a link to my Cash App is also available. Also, I am trying to build a YouTube studio. So if you would like to contribute that, check my description to my Amazon wish list. Again, thank you for watching this video all the way through. Y'all be safe, and I will catch y'all in my next one. Later.
Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with MONIE.